Section 4.2 is about scale diagrams. If we talk about scale, scale compares the actual size of an object to the size of its diagram. It can be shown as a ratio, a fraction, a percent. It could be in words or it could be in a diagram. And an example would be this ratio, 1 to 25, means that 1 centimeter on the diagram is equal to 25 centimeters on the actual object. A scale diagram is a drawing that has the same proportions as an actual object. So it can be smaller or larger than the actual object. So that's a little background info. Working example 1, use a scale to determine the actual length of an object. So the scale diagram of a skateboard has a scale of 1 to 14. What is the actual length of the skateboard? So we have a diagram with a length of 5.5 centimeters. Don't measure it, I don't think that's accurate based on the printing, but we will go with the assumption that 5.5 centimeters is correct on the diagram. We're given a scale of 1 to 14 as well. So we can use that scale, and what that means is that if the drawing has a size of 1, the actual item is 14 times bigger. So we multiply the length of the drawing by 14. So we take 5.5 centimeters, multiply that by 14, and you get 77 centimeters. So the actual length of the skateboard is 77 centimeters. So that's how that works. That's how scale works. Now, we can also use proportions instead of, as another tool. Set up a proportion using the scale and the given measurement. We have an equation here. Scale is equal to diagram measurement, so in this case that's the 5.5 centimeters, divided by an actual measurement. And we're trying to calculate what that measurement is in this example. So we know that the scale is 1 to 14. You can rewrite that as a fraction of 1 over 14. And as I said, the diagram is 5.5 centimeters. Now proportion, let's jump back to what we know about proportions. A proportion is a relationship that shows two ratios are equal. And proportion can be written as either a fraction or as a ratio, which is what we've got here. We've got the ratio here, or we have a fraction here. They mean the same thing in terms of scales. So for example, in here, we've got 1/4 or 1 to 4 is equal to 2 over 8 or 2 to 8. So 1 apple to 4 pears is the same as 2 apples to 8 pears. Either method of writing it works. So down here, we know that our scale is 1 to 14 on our skateboard. So we can write that as a fraction of 1 to 14. And that is equal to, so that was the scale. The scale is 1 to 14, which is this part here. The diagram measurement we said was 5.5 centimeters, and the actual measurement, or A, is what we're trying to calculate in this instance. So, to go from 1 to 5.5, and keep these equal, we have to multiply by 5.5. 1 times 5.5 gives you that 5.5. So if you do that to the top, to keep these as equivalents, you need to do that to the bottom as well. So then 14 times 5.5 will get your calculation for A. And so, as we know, that is 77 centimeters. So, look at your top. We have a 1 here, which makes this math real easy. Whatever this number is what we're multiplying by. Multiply the bottom by the same to get the unknown value. Next up is a show you know. Again, don't bother measuring the fish, because it's not accurate. Go with the assumption that 5 centimeters is correct. Please, give this a try.